Pixie. He stands an astonishing 7 feet 9 inches, easily towering over even the tallest NBA player ever, Manette Bol, who stood at 7 feet 7 inches. Born in Tunisia on October 27, 1968, he previously held the title of tallest man in the world until January 15, 2005, where he was deposed by another entry on this list, just by 2 millimeters. Since the title of the tallest was taken away from him, he's pretty much kept a low profile. It is said that he had a pretty busy 2019, but we can't really find anything about what he's up to currently. Quite ironic for one who was once considered the tallest man in the world. Number 9. Sun Mingming, 7 feet 9 inches.
Whoa! Damn!
Sun Mingming is a professional basketball player from China and is believed to be the tallest basketball player in the world. He's born in a small town near Beiyin County, Harbin in Heilongjiang Province, China. He has 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, both of whom did not get their brother's towering height. Although he was quite tall for his age, he did not start playing basketball until he was 15 years old. Sun attended and played basketball at Ventura College, a community college in Ventura, California. He played basketball there for only a year before going pro. Although he was not drafted into the NBA, Sun played with several American minor league teams, including the USBL team Dodge City Legend, the ABA team Maryland Nighthawks, and the IBL team Grand Rapids Flight. He was even drafted by the Harlem Globetrotters in 2007, being the tallest player in their history to be drafted by them, although he'd never play for them. He is married to Yu Hian, who was 6 feet 1 inch and a handball player. They met at the National Games of China and eventually fell in love. Together they're known as the tallest married couple in the world. Sun Mingming is also an actor and has appeared in films like Rush Hour 3 and Funny Soccer. Number 8. Bao Zixun, 7 feet 9 inches. Zixun Bao is a herdsman from Chifeng, Inner Mongolia, China, and is recognized by the Guinness World Records as one of the world's tallest living men. He actually held the title of world's tallest man, which was given to him by the Guinness Book of World Records on January 15, 2005. However, on September 17, 2009, the title was taken over by Sultan Kosen, who still holds the record today. Zixun Bao claims to have been of normal height until he was 16 years old, and then he experienced a growth spurt that didn't seem to stop. He then served in the People's Liberation Army for 3 years. He later returned to Inner Mongolia to live with his mother and work at the Chifeng City local hospital for several months. Zixun Bao married saleswoman Xia Suxian on March 24, 2007, and now has a son. Being one of the tallest men on Earth does have its perks though, as Bao has appeared in quite a few TV shows, most notably on the 11th episode of The Amazing Race 16 as the pit stop greeter, which aired on May 2nd, 2010. Number 7. Nazir Sumro, 7 feet 10 inches. Nazir Sumro was born in 1975 at Shikapur. After completing his primary education from Hathi Gate School, he completed his intermediate from CNS Government Degree College, Singapore. At the age of 10 years, he contracted a sudden fever, and that was the time when his height grew rapidly. When he visited a doctor for a checkup, he was told that he was suffering from an excess of growth hormones, which explains the growth spurt. To stop his uncontrollable growth, doctors suggested operating on his pituitary gland, but since he comes from a poor family, he wasn't able to get the operation. Since then, he's done well for himself, and even had quite a few job offers, not only in his native land of Pakistan, but from companies based in other countries as well. He chose to stay close to family though, and now works at Pakistan International Airlines. He was just released from the hospital after suffering from interstitial lung disease, resulting in severe oxygen deficiency. He was also a victim of a death hoax, but he is alive and well and will be coming back to work soon. Number 6. Asadullah Khan, 7 feet 11 inches. Coming in at number 6 on our list is India's tallest man, Asadullah Khan, from Kendrapada, India. Like most people his height, he faces quite a few challenges every day, but quite unlike the other entries on this list, Extreme poverty makes life harder for him altogether. Currently in his mid-30s, he misses out on simple things in life, things that you and me often take for granted, like sleeping in a bed that's not too short, or buying a pair of shoes off the shelf. He also doesn't like the attention his height gets, often attracting a crowd of people around him when he's out and about in public. He is still single, something that he's very unhappy about, thinking that no woman would ever marry a guy like him. He currently works as a mason for a local construction company. Number 5. Zhang Junkai, 7 feet, 11 1/4 inch. Not much is known in the Western world about China's tallest man, Zhang Junkai, but due to his height, he's quite the national celebrity in China. He regularly makes appearances on national TV, and sometimes even in public. He seems to enjoy all the publicity. He once had an arm wrestling match with China's second tallest man, Bao Zingshu, and even posed for a picture, all draped in Chinese traditional clothing with China's heaviest man, Lang Yang. He is also good friends with the world's tallest woman, Yao Defen, when she was hospitalized after an accident. Not someone who would shy away from the public eye, he even used this tragic event for publicity by lifting a full-grown man with one arm. Number 4. Dharmendra Partap Singh, 8 feet, 0.7 inches. Standing in at just under 8 feet and 1 inch, Dharmendra Partap Singh is currently the tallest man in India. Because of his height, he's quite famous in his home country, but despite that fame, and even a master's degree, he doesn't seem to be happy with his lot and is currently struggling to make a living. Employers won't hire him because he's too tall, and all of them wonder how he's going to work. So, desperate to get a job, he accepted a job at a freak show where he earns an average of 10,000 rupees a month, yet his problems don't end there. Like most people his height, he has a tumor in his pituitary gland that makes it uncontrollably secrete growth hormones. This condition gave him incredible height, but it also came with other medical problems. He has poor eyesight and often suffers from headaches. He also has diabetes, and just recently, it was discovered that his hips need to be replaced. Also, living in poverty means he's not getting all the nutrition he needs. He's greatly malnourished, and despite his height, he only weighs 70 kilograms. It's sad to see such an amazing person suffer so much. Here's to hoping he has better days ahead of him. Number 3. Morteza Mirzad, 8 feet, 1 inch. Morteza Mirzad, as he is known, was born in 1987. By the age of 16, he was already over 6 feet tall. Like some of the entries on this list, he was diagnosed with acromegaly, a rare condition resulting from excess growth hormone. Despite being considered one of the tallest persons in the world, Mirzad normally uses a wheelchair or crutches to get around. This is because of a serious pelvis fracture he suffered when he was just 15 years old, and this stopped his right leg from growing and made walking difficult. Despite all of these, he's an athlete and has even competed globally in the Paralympics as a member of Iran's sit-down volleyball national team. Mirzad began playing sitting volleyball 5 years ago after a coach saw him on television and instantly spotted his potential. On his Paralympic debut, coming off the reserves bench in his second set, Mirzad made a big impression not only on the game, but also on the Brazilian fans in Rio Centro Pavilion 6, who cheered his every move. While Mirzad may not have been the most mobile or skillful player on the Iranian team, he is a powerful force in both attack and defense. His sheer size visibly disconcerts opponents. After he sealed the Iranian victory in the second set with an almost unstoppable serve, Mirzad was taken off the court for the rest of the match. Quite an impressive showing for a rookie. Number 2. Brahim Taikaloa, 8 feet, 1 inch. Taikaloa was born in Guelmim, Morocco in 1982. At the age of 18, he had been asked by his school doctor to get a blood test for his unusual size. Quite predictably, he was diagnosed with acromegaly, and afterwards had grown more than 3 feet in a year's time. After obtaining his university degree in geography, a French doctor brought Taikaloa